Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 5. You don't listen to the words, you listen to the feeling. Michael Madson once said about acting. That feeling of danger, charm, and quiet sorrow followed him through every role, leaving an unmistakable mark on screen and in hearts. Michael Madson brought something unforgettable to each performance. He introduced audiences to the unnervingly cool Mr. Blonde in Reservoir Dogs, forever changing the tone of crime cinema. From the brutal grace of Bud in Kill Bill to roles in Donnie Brasco, Thelma and Louise, and Sin City, Madson made intensity an art form. Across more than 300 screen credits, he worked with acclaimed directors and cemented himself as a favorite in Quentin Tarantino's film universe. His presence was magnetic, raw and real. Whether he played a villain, a hero, or something in between, he gave each character gravity and soul. But his gifts reached beyond the screen. Madson also found expression through poetry. His debut collection, Burning in Paradise, earned critical praise and an award. He published several more volumes, sharing personal reflection through words as powerful as his performances. He was honored many times, including for Ensemble of the Year in The Hateful Eight, and won Best Actor accolades for his role in Strength and Honor. Beyond awards, his influence could be felt in the way others spoke about him, as a force, a presence, and a friend. Off-camera, Madson was a father of 6 and a passionate artist. He loved storytelling, whether through film, voice work in video games like Grand Theft Auto 3, or his upcoming poetry book, Tears for My Father. His team shared that he was deeply excited for projects still to come. Michael Madson passed away at the age of 67 at his home in Malibu, following cardiac arrest. His passing has stirred sorrow across the globe, with fans and colleagues remembering a man who gave his all to his craft. A statement from his publicist said it simply: Michael Madson was one of Hollywood's most iconic actors who will be missed by many. Survived by his 6 children, his spirit lives on through unforgettable performances, powerful writing, and the depth he brought into every role and moment. Tributes to Michael Madson. Number 4. Ken loved attending conventions and meeting the fans. He was a very humble man with an incredibly dry wit. That memory, shared by his longtime agent Julian Owen, captures the essence of Kenneth Collie, a man whose warmth and presence reached far beyond the screen. Kenneth Collie passed away peacefully at 87 at his home in Ashford, Kent, after developing pneumonia following a COVID-19 infection. His legacy spans more than 6 decades and countless memorable roles in film, television, and theater. Audiences around the world knew him as Admiral Pete in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, the only Imperial officer to appear in more than one film of the original Star Wars trilogy. His quiet command in that role made Piet a fan favorite, a rarity among the Empire's ranks. In Monty Python's Life of Brian, he brought both reverence and humor to the role of Jesus, delivering a brief but powerful performance that stood out in a film filled with satire. Born in Manchester, Kenneth started his career in repertory theatre before earning spots on stages like the Old Vic and with the Royal Shakespeare Company. He was a versatile performer, deeply immersed in the craft, with a gift for making every role feel lived in and real. His collaborations with Ken Russell on The Music Lovers, Listomania, and Prisoner of Honor further proved his range. Later, a new generation discovered him as Vicente Changreta in the gritty world of Peaky Blinders. But Kenneth wasn't just a remarkable actor. He was a gentleman of the profession, a quiet mentor, a generous colleague, and to fans worldwide, he was a beloved icon who never took his fame too seriously. He lived for the work, but also for the joy it brought others. Whether on stage, in front of a camera, or chatting with admirers at conventions, he always stayed true to the humble, witty person behind the characters. Kenneth Collie's legacy is not just in the roles he played, but in the way he played them, with care, conviction, and heart. Tributes to Kenneth Collie. Number 3. There's always a way up, Claraara Palachkova once said, even if the path isn't clear. That spirit defined her life, from high mountain summits to groundbreaking work in global communications. Clara passed away at the age of 46, following a tragic accident while doing what she loved most: climbing. She made history as the first Czech woman to stand on the summit of Mount Everest. Her journey didn't stop there. Clara went on to conquer 5 of the world's 8,000-meter peaks, including K2 and Kanchenjunga. Each ascent was a lesson in courage, resilience, and determination. But Clara's trail reached far beyond the mountains. With a degree in business management, she carved out a respected career across Europe, from managing public relations for top firms in Prague and London, to consulting for government departments. Her work was driven by clarity, compassion, and a bold sense of purpose. She was also a talented athlete. Off the mountain, she thrived on the tennis court, even winning an LTA tournament at the Queen's Club in London, a rare feat for someone balancing such a demanding life. Yet if you asked her what mattered most, she would have said her family. Clara was a devoted wife to Martin and a loving mother to Emma and Cyril. Her adventures always carried their names in her heart. Those who knew her describe her as thoughtful, tireless, and inspiring. "Clara made you feel like everything was possible," said a longtime climbing partner. "If she believed in you, you couldn't help but believe in yourself." Her passing leaves a deep silence across the peaks she climbed and in the lives she touched, but her voice and her example will never fade. She's survived by her husband, her 2 children, and a world that watched in awe as she chased the sky. Claraara Palachova's journey was not just about reaching the top, it was about showing us how to rise. Tributes to Claraara Palachkova. Number 2, his energy lit up every pitch, and his character touched every heart. Diogo Joda, beloved by fans across the world for his relentless drive and generous spirit, has sadly passed away at the age of 28. He and his younger brother Andre Silva lost their lives in a tragic car accident near Zamora, Spain. The heartbreak is shared not only by his family and friends, but also by the footballing community he helped shape. Joda's legacy is one of passion, determination, and joy. He rose from the streets of Massarelos, Portugal, to the world's biggest stages. His fearless play and precise finishing earned him a place at top clubs including FC Porto, Atletico Madrid, and Wolverhampton Wanderers, before finding his stride at Liverpool. At Anfield, Joda became a fan favorite. In just 5 years, he tallied 182 appearances, netting crucial goals and helping the club to a Premier League title in the 2024-25 season. He also lifted the FA Cup and 2 Carabao Cups with Liverpool, achievements that reflect his incredible drive on and off the ball. On the international front, Joda proudly wore Portugal's colours 49 times, scoring 14 goals. He was part of the squad that won the UEFA Nations League in both 2019 and 2025. With each match, he gave everything to his country. But beyond the stats and the silverware, Diogo Jota was known for how he treated others. Humble, kind, and grounded, he never let fame change who he was. Teammates described him as someone always ready with a smile, always willing to support others. He recently married Ruth Cardoso, writing simply, "Yes to forever." Their love was the quiet anchor behind his success. Liverpool Football Club shared their sorrow, saying, "We are devastated by the tragic passing of Diogo Jota. We will continue to provide them with our full support." UEFA has announced moments of silence will be held during Euro 2025 matches in his honor, reflecting the deep respect he earned across the sport. Survived by Ruth, his light continues in the hearts of those he inspired. Young players, fans, and everyone privileged to see him play. Tributes to Diogo Jota. What's trending on the internet? News 1. In a heart-wrenching incident, a young father named Ryan Starns tragically lost his life in a construction accident in Brighton, Michigan. Ryan, just 23 years old, was a dedicated provider for his family. He was involved in an incident involving an excavator on June 30th. Though his passing leaves a void in the lives of those who knew and loved him, Ryan's legacy will live on through the countless lives he touched. His dedication to his family and his work ethic serve as an inspiration to many. As we remember Ryan, let's honor his memory by celebrating the impact he had on his community and the love he shared with his family. His memory will be cherished and remembered by all who knew him, and his spirit will continue to inspire others to live with the same love and dedication he embodied. News 2. It's a bittersweet moment as we remember Greg Duros, a beloved 51-year-old from Castle Rock, Colorado, whose life was deeply dedicated to community service and family. Greg, a former firefighter and the founder of a company committed to making cars safer for children, was on a family vacation in Hawaii when he passed away after a scuba diving lesson at Wailea Beach Park. After spending time in the water with his loved ones, Greg experienced difficulty breathing and soon became unresponsive. His family and the dive instructor responded quickly, and emergency teams did all they could, but Greg sadly passed away at a nearby hospital. Greg will be fondly remembered not only for his years of selfless service as a firefighter but also for his passion to keep children safe on the roads. His legacy lives on through the countless lives he touched, his tireless work for safety, and the deep love he shared with his family. Today, we honor Greg's memory by celebrating the inspiring example he set, reminding us all of the lasting impact one caring individual can have on the world. News 3. Imagine a moment filled with anticipation and excitement for a new job, only to be met with uncertainty and tragedy. This is the story of Jesus Ramos, a young man who started his new role at a fireworks facility in Esparto, California, but remains missing after a devastating explosion. His girlfriend, Sienna Ruiz, is speaking out, sharing her heart and prayers for his safe return. The explosion occurred on Tuesday, July 1st, and 7 people are still unaccounted for. Sienna's words capture the hope and resilience of the families affected as they seek answers and support each other during this difficult time. With a baby on the way, Sienna's love and determination shine through her message, reminding us all of the importance of community and hope in the face of adversity. As the investigation continues, Jesus and those missing will be remembered for their courage and the impact they have on their loved ones. This story will be remembered as a testament to the strength of love and the power of community support. News 4. If you've been following the inspirational journey of Katie Thirstston, there's some heartfelt news to share. Katie, aged 34 and beloved by many since her time on The Bachelorette, has been courageously open about her battle with stage 4 breast cancer, a diagnosis she received earlier this year. Now living in New York with her husband, comedian Jeff Arcuri, Katie recently spoke candidly about the ups and downs of her treatment as she looked ahead to an important check-in scan. Despite facing daunting challenges, including moments of memory loss and the realities of ongoing cancer care, Katie is embracing each day with hope and positivity. She's found light in small victories, like learning her recent skin checks came back clear, and is grateful for the unwavering support of her family, friends, and fans. Whether it's sharing a laugh with Jeff about forgetful moments or showing off a new hairstyle as her hair thins from treatment, Katie's resilience shines through. She reminds everyone not to ignore their health and encourages routine checkups, offering wisdom not just for those facing cancer, but for us all. Katie's journey is a testament to strength, love, and optimism. Her story continues to inspire, proving that even in the face of uncertainty, hope and community make every day a little brighter. News 5. It's a moment that touches the heart and truly reminds us of the power of love and selflessness. In San Antonio, Texas, 28-year-old Crystal Calvillo and her boyfriend, also 28, were out for a bike ride when tragedy struck. As her boyfriend was hit by a car while biking, Crystal immediately rushed to help him without a second thought. With incredible courage, she put his safety first, but in doing so, she too was struck. Both Crystal and her boyfriend were sadly lost that day, leaving their friends, family, and the local community to mourn two vibrant lives. Crystal was known for her caring spirit, and her final moments are a powerful testament to her devotion. While this story is deeply heartbreaking, it also highlights a beautiful act of love and bravery. Crystal and her boyfriend will be remembered fondly, not only for who they were, but for how they loved, reminding us all to hold our loved ones a little closer and to cherish every moment we share. News 6. Let's take a moment to send some heartfelt encouragement to the Brryley family in Hawaii. 20-year-old Dakota Brryley, son of legendary surfer Sean Brryley, was preparing for a surf lesson on Oahu's North Shore when a tragic accident changed everything. While waxing his board by the roadside, Dakota was struck by a car and pinned between two vehicles, suffering serious injuries to his head, legs, pelvis, and spine. Yet in the face of this unimaginable ordeal, Dakota's story is one of hope and resilience. After being placed in a medically induced coma and enduring multiple surgeries, Dakota has made a remarkable step forward. He's now breathing on his own. Family members share that Dakota has opened his eyes, squeezed a thumb, and responded to commands, a testament to his fighting spirit and the power of the community's prayers and support. The Brryley family continues to take each day as it comes, deeply moved by the outpouring of love and generosity their son has received from across the world. Dakota's journey is far from over, and the road ahead will be long, but his story, strength, and the unity shown by his community remind all of us of the hope that can blossom even in the toughest times. However long his recovery takes, Dakota's courage and the support surrounding him will never be forgotten. News 7. If you grew up enjoying the hits of the 2000s, you'll remember British singer Lily Allen, now 40 for her infectious pop and candid personality. Lily's back in the headlines this week, opening up honestly on her podcast, Miss Me, about a deeply personal topic, her experiences with pregnancy and reproductive choices. In a refreshingly open discussion, she shared that before finding a birth control method that worked for her, she faced several unplanned pregnancies and had to make difficult decisions, estimating that she's had 4 or 5 abortions. Lily expressed relief at being able to talk about these experiences openly, working to remove the stigma and shame that so many women carry. She emphasized that it's important for women to have the freedom to make choices that are right for their own lives. Now a devoted mom to 2 daughters, Ethel and Marnie, whom she shares with her ex-husband Sam Cooper, Lily continues to use her platform to encourage honest conversations and support for women everywhere. Even when discussing sensitive chapters of her past, Lily Allen reminds us of the power of honesty, resilience, and unconditional love from family. She's continuing to inspire fans, not just with her music but with her courage and candor. News 8. It's a moment that has fans everywhere sending their well wishes. Connie Francis, beloved singer of Pretty Little Baby, has been hospitalized in Florida at age 87. Known for her remarkable voice and unforgettable hits like Stupid Cupid, Where the Boys Are, and Who's Sorry Now, Connie's music has touched generations. While preparing for a special Independence Day radio appearance with cousin Brucey, Connie sadly had to cancel due to what she describes as extreme pain. She shared with fans that she's currently undergoing tests and is grateful for all the love and support pouring in. Connie Francis isn't just a chart-topping legend. She's a pioneer, breaking barriers for women in music and bringing joy to millions with her heartfelt songs across the decades. Her 1962 classic, Pretty Little Baby, is even enjoying a viral moment on TikTok, showing that her legacy continues to inspire new fans. Connie's courage and gratitude shine through as she faces this latest health challenge, reminding us all how much she's given to the world of music. Here's to Connie's incredible spirit and to the hope that she'll soon be back home, surrounded by the love of her devoted fans and family. Number 1. It's not about how you start the race. It's about the heart you show every lap. These words, once spoken about Borha Gomez, capture the spirit of a rider who lived every moment like it mattered, and every corner like it was his last. At just 20 years old, Borja had already risen to become one of the most promising talents in European motorcycle racing. Fans knew him for his fearless style and rare maturity on the bike. Competitors respected his relentless work ethic. Coaches and teams saw in him not just raw talent, but a future champion. Borja's journey began on the tracks of Spain at only 9 years old. He climbed through the ranks with grit and grace, from national mini-motard races to the Spanish superbike stage. In 2021, he clinched the national title in the supersport class. A year later, he was runner-up in the 1000cc category, only behind world champion Tito Rabat. That same fire brought him to the world stage in Moto2 and later to FIM Stock European Championship, where he recently led the series standings after a celebrated win in Jerez. Every race Borja rode was fueled by love, for the sport, for the speed, and for the challenge. He wasn't just fast. He was focused, grounded, and deeply respected in the paddock. His loss, following a tragic accident during a practice session in France, sent shockwaves through the racing world. Emergency teams acted quickly, but the injuries proved fatal. It was a heartbreaking end to a career just beginning to soar. Still, his story is far more than a final chapter. Borja leaves behind a legacy of courage, heart, and possibility. Even after a serious crash in Misano in 2024, he returned stronger, a symbol of how far determination can take you. Team La Glisse, one of his racing homes, posted a tribute. With all the pain in our hearts, we're sorry to announce that Borja Gomez has died at the Magny-Cours circuit after a serious accident in the first free practice of the European Stock Championship. We love you, Borja. Rest in peace. Family, fans, and teammates now carry the spark he lit. Borja Gomez raced with joy, with passion, and with purpose, and that spirit will never be forgotten. Tributes to Borja Gomez. She never saw boundaries, only bridges, shared her daughter, Marisa Zamparelli. She lived as a guiding star, always rooted in love, grace, and purpose.